you ever seen a fashion collaboration create global chaos before people even knew what was inside the collection? Because that's exactly what's happening right now. Just when fans thought Jungkook couldn't get any bigger, the BTS superstar has once again taken over the internet. This time, it's not because of a new song, it's not because of a surprise live stream, and it's not because of a BTS comeback announcement. Instead, Jungkook has joined forces with Calvin Klein for an exclusive limited edition collaboration called CKJK, and the reaction has been absolutely insane. Within hours of the announcement, social media exploded. Armies flooded timelines with reactions, fashion insiders started paying attention, and fans around the world began asking the same question: what is CKJK, and why is everyone losing their minds over it? Some fans are already calling it one of the most anticipated celebrity fashion collaborations of the year. Others believe it could become one of Calvin Klein's biggest releases ever, and if the early reaction is any indication, this collection might disappear faster than anyone expects. But here's what makes this story even more interesting: this isn't just another celebrity endorsement, this isn't simply Jungkook posing for a campaign, this is something much bigger, something that represents how far Jungkook's influence has grown beyond music. From breaking streaming records and selling out stadiums to becoming one of the most powerful names in global fashion, Jungkook continues to prove that his impact reaches every corner of pop culture. So what exactly is hidden behind the name CKJK? Why are fans already preparing their wallets? And could this collaboration become another legendary chapter in the story of the Jungkook Effect? Stay with us, because what Calvin Klein and Jungkook just launched might be much bigger than anyone expected. Jungkook just did it again. One announcement, millions of reactions. And now fans around the world are racing to find out what's inside the mysterious CKJK collection. But trust me, this story is much bigger than fashion. Imagine waking up and seeing your entire social media feed talking about one thing, one name, one collaboration, and one collection that fans around the world are already calling a must-have. That is exactly what happened when Calvin Klein and Jungkook unveiled their newest project together. The announcement spread across social media at lightning speed. Fans began sharing screenshots, fashion accounts started posting updates, entertainment outlets quickly picked up the story, and within hours, people everywhere were asking the same question: what exactly is CKJK? Now, if you've been following Jungkook's journey over the past few years, you probably know that this isn't the first time he's made headlines outside the music industry. More personal, and potentially more influential than anything we've seen before, because this time, Jungkook isn't simply representing a brand, he's helping define a collection that combines the identity of one of the world's most recognizable fashion companies with the influence of one of the biggest global stars of this generation. And judging by the reaction so far, fans can't get enough of it. So what makes this collaboration special? Why are fashion experts paying attention? And could this become one of the biggest celebrity fashion partnerships of the year? Stay with us as we break down everything you need to know. The moment the announcement appeared online, social media platforms erupted. Armies from every corner of the globe immediately began sharing the news. Some posted reaction videos, others created edits, many simply expressed excitement about seeing Jungkook continue expanding his influence beyond music. Within a short period of time, keywords connected to Jungkook and Calvin Klein began appearing across trending pages. Fans discussed potential products, possible designs, and whether the collection would be available globally. The excitement wasn't limited to BTS fans either. Fashion enthusiasts started joining the conversation, marketing professionals analyzed the collaboration, industry observers watched closely, because everyone understands one thing: when Jungkook becomes involved in a project, people pay attention. His influence extends far beyond traditional fandom spaces. He reaches casual listeners, fashion consumers, young shoppers, and audiences who may not even actively follow K-pop. That unique reach is one of the reasons why so many global brands continue investing in partnerships with him, and the reaction to CKJK is already proving to truly understand why this collaboration matters. It's important to understand where Jungkook stands today. For many people, Jungkook is known as the youngest member of BTS, the Golden Magne, the performer whose talent helped BTS become one of the most successful music groups in modern history, but his influence has evolved dramatically over the years. Today, Jungkook represents something much larger. He's a global entertainer, a cultural icon, a trendsetter, and one of the most recognizable faces in contemporary pop culture, whether he's releasing music, appearing on live broadcasts, attending events, or collaborating with brands. The level of attention he receives is extraordinary and millions of fans follow his activities. Like many aspiring artists, he faced challenges. He spent years developing his skills, improving his vocals, refining his dance abilities, and learning how to perform under pressure. Those early experiences helped shape the artist fans know today. As BTS gradually gained popularity, Jungkook's growth became increasingly visible. Fans watched him mature, his confidence expanded, his stage presence evolved, and his artistic identity became stronger with every passing year. By the time BTS achieved worldwide success, Jungkook had already established himself as one of the most respected performers in the industry. His work ethic became legendary among fans, his dedication inspired admiration, and his consistency earned respect from peers and professionals alike. These qualities continue to define his career today. Music may have introduced Jungkook to the world, but fashion has become another area where his influence is impossible to ignore. Over the years, fans began noticing a pattern. Whenever Jungkook wore a particular item, interest increased. Whenever he appeared in a specific outfit, demand often followed, whether it was a jacket, a pair of sneakers, a simple t-shirt, or a luxury accessory. People wanted to know where it came from. This phenomenon isn't unique to Jungkook. Many celebrities influence consumer behavior. However, the scale of Jungkook's impact frequently stands out. Items associated with him often receive significant attention online. Fashion blogs write articles, fans create shopping guides, and retailers sometimes experience unexpected demand. This growing reputation eventually attracted the attention of major fashion brands, brands that understood the power of cultural relevance, brands that wanted authentic connections with younger audiences. Brands like Calvin Klein. There is a phrase frequently used by fans and industry observers, the Jungkook Effect. The term refers to his remarkable ability to generate attention and enthusiasm around products, content, and trends. Of course, influence is difficult to measure perfectly, but examples continue appearing. A recommendation can spark conversations. An appearance can generate headlines. A collaboration can create worldwide anticipation, and that's exactly what we're seeing with CKJK. The excitement surrounding this collection isn't happening by accident. It's happening because millions of people trust Jungkook's taste, appreciate his style, and feel connected to his personal brand. That trust creates engagement, engagement creates visibility, and visibility creates demand. It's a cycle many companies hope to achieve. Few achieve it as consistently as Jungkook, which helps explain why this latest collaboration has attracted so much attention before many people have even seen the full collection. To understand the significance of CKJK, we also need to talk about Calvin Klein. Few fashion brands possess the recognition and history that Calvin Klein enjoys. For decades, the company has maintained a strong presence in global fashion, known for its minimalist aesthetic and timeless designs. Calvin Klein built a reputation based on simplicity and confidence. Its campaigns became iconic, its branding became instantly recognizable, and its products became staples for consumers around the world. Throughout its history, Calvin Klein has worked with numerous celebrities and public figures. Each partnership helped reinforce the brand's image, but the modern fashion landscape is changing, consumer expectations are evolving, digital engagement matters more than ever, and cultural influence plays a major role in purchasing decisions. This is where collaborations with globally influential figures become increasingly valuable, especially figures like Jungkook. When Calvin Klein selected Jungkook as a global ambassador, many industry observers immediately understood the logic behind the decision. He represents a generation that values authenticity. He's admired across multiple demographics, and his global reach extends far beyond any single market. For Calvin Klein, those qualities are incredibly valuable. The company isn't simply selling clothing, it's selling identity, lifestyle, confidence, and cultural relevance. Jungkook embodies many of those characteristics naturally. His public image feels approachable, his personality feels genuine, and his style aligns surprisingly well with Calvin Klein's minimalist philosophy. Rather than forcing a partnership, the collaboration feels organic, and when consumers perceive authenticity, they often respond positively. That authenticity may be one of the most important ingredients behind the success of this relationship. When Calvin Klein officially introduced Jungkook as a global ambassador, the response was immediate. Fans celebrated, media organizations published articles, fashion communities analyzed every detail, the campaign images spread rapidly across social media. Many people praised the creative direction, others highlighted Jungkook's natural confidence in front of the camera. The partnership felt significant because it represented more than a standard endorsement deal. It symbolized the growing influence of Korean artists within global fashion. A trend that continues gaining momentum every year. For Calvin Klein, the campaign generated enormous visibility. For Jungkook, it provided another platform to showcase his evolving influence, and for fans, it created memorable moments that continue generating excitement today. The success of the initial partnership exceeded many expectations. Engagement numbers were impressive. Media coverage remained extensive, and fan enthusiasm showed no signs of slowing down. Every new campaign generated discussion, every new photo attracted attention, every new appearance reinforced the strength of the partnership. Over time, it became increasingly clear that this collaboration was working, not only from a marketing perspective, but from a cultural perspective as well. The connection between Jungkook and Calvin Klein felt authentic, natural, and impactful, which brings us to the present day. The launch of CKJK, a project that many fans believe represents the next evolution of this partnership. But what exactly inspired the collection? How involved was Jungkook, and why are experts already predicting enormous demand? In the next part, we'll dive deep into the story behind CKJK, the meaning of the collection, and the details that have fans around the world counting down the days. Whenever a major Jungkook-related announcement happens, South Korea is often among the first places where excitement becomes visible, and CKJK was no exception. Almost immediately after news of the collaboration began circulating, fans across Korean online communities started discussing every available detail. Some focused on the collection itself. Others talked about how far Jungkook had come since his debut years. Many expressed pride in seeing a Korean artist continue expanding his influence on a global stage. For longtime fans, collaborations like this represent more than commercial success. They represent recognition of years of hard work, recognition of artistic growth, recognition of the impact Korean artists now have on global culture.